welcome. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are Destiny Unfiltered. I have moved my mic over to my right shoulder and I keep leaning into it for some reason. I do not know why. Just go with it. It'll be fine. It's not going to hurt. Oh, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special show. But before we begin that, I would like to start with a new segment called Apologies and Retractions. So earlier this week, I put out a tweet apologizing to Kole because on last week's show he came up in conversation. It was actually we were joking about something he had posted. It was pretty funny, and I implied he was a bit of shit because he worked for Forbes. And in all honesty, I owe an apology. I don't know enough about Kole. I've never read enough stuff. I've honestly read one article he's ever written. So written. So I don't know enough about the man to say he's a shit writer. So to Paul, I apologize. I am very sorry he works for a shit periodical like Forbes, but that's neither here nor there. While we're at it, though, I would like to also apologize to Michael J. Fox for reasons we won't get into. Warlocks in general, my mother, anyone who sat next to me in the Aquaman movie after we went and had Mexican food. You know who you are.
Okay.
I just had to. Anyway, that being said, with me always is my partner Ryan. Fork and spoon to all these. I don't know anyone that calls him that, to be honest with you. They're in front of me on my Discord. And tonight's special guest host, Miss Issa Kole.
Hello. So many people say different ways. Just Kole is fine. Just Kole is fine.
We're going with Kole.
Yes.
For those of them listening to this now, I have no idea. My brain is, I am so tired. Just go. It's going to get weird. For people who don't know you, explain to them what it is you do because it is very unique and entertaining.
So I write something called Bad Destiny Joke. It just started as a hashtag in July. And I guess I should go through the whole thing. I had written 3 Destiny novels previously. I had a small reader group that, loved what I did, but it never really grew because the chapters are long, the novels are long. People don't read anymore. So to get the writing bug out, I started just doing random jokes, and then I start actually the tag of Bad Destiny Joke, because if it's bad, then obviously it's a bad joke, but if it's a good joke, then it's a joke that it's a bad joke. But I just started tweeting it out maybe once or twice a week, and then it became once or twice a day. Sometimes they hit 4 times a day, if I'm feeling really creative. But it was just something that people really latched onto because I guess it emulates a lot of things that happen in fire teams and people go through with their actual players that they play with, and it just exploded in ways I didn't expect. It's just humor. I just write it and people love it. Like I get a lot of DMs of people saying please don't stop writing it and write it twice a day, so on and so forth. So I just kind of keep doing it and it's blown up, and I actually have like 4 major people to thank for that, which is Blue, Beard Grizzly, and Green from Focus Fire Chat, because they're the ones that early on started to retweet it, and they've actually mentioned in their podcast a couple of times. And then Life kind of just dug in with his claws and on a couple of tweets, and I gained 1,000 followers in 2 months because of him, because he retweeted some stuff. So yeah, now I just write jokes. Actually, on a separate account now, which was just at Bad Destiny Joke. And there's now comments, and there's shirts, and there's jokes, and now I have a booth at Guardian Con this year. So
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's kind of just exploded, and I'm just
going
along the ride.
Is having a booth at Guardian Con the Bad Destiny Joke?
I guess so. And I guess there's a lot of people looking forward to it too. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, are you drawing the comics or somebody helping you?
No, I'm actually drawing the comics too.
That's awesome.
Because I got a Huon 19-inch tablet, which I can actually draw on, that's connected to my computer, which was a gift from a friend. But a comic takes me 4 hours to do from start to finish, which isn't bad. It's like colored, inking, all that. Um, and a comic, or no, a joke takes like 30 seconds because I literally just sit there ping, okay, I need a joke. My followers are asking for it. Okay, here's a joke. And like 30 seconds later, I pull something out of my ass. There's literally no playing with jokes. It's just like, oh, here it is. So,
More or less describe my entire YouTube career.
yeah.
The one thing he's been planning for months, he still hasn't done. So.
Oh,
Struggle writer's block. Got nothing.
oh wow. Yeah, so
Nothing.
there it is. That's what I do. I mean, I love it.
Do you do any other
Makes me
games?
laugh. Not for Bad Destiny Joke. I do play some other games, but that's pretty much the only content I make other than, the original stuff. But
Just Destiny
yeah.
focused.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about doing like bad Anthem jokes. I know that's coming out and people are gonna latch onto that, and I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna pick it up or not. But then again, I'm not sure if BioWare would be as accepting.
Just give them Iron Man 3 and you'll be good with
Yes.
that. Because that
Yes.
pretty much is a bad Anthem joke.
I'm totally good with this. My
Yeah.
Titan looked like Iron Man until year 2.
Yeah, Titans kind of went just like after D1.
The
But
other
that's just me.
lovely.
It's not. You have like shoulder pads out to here, and you can't turn your head. Like turn in a doorway, and you get stuck.
Are you a Titan?
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
So what
No.
do you name? 'Cause I
So-
have no idea.
So, funny story. I started out as a warlock, which I hate warlocks. Like nobody's business. Started out as a warlock. Then I had a titan. Then I almost quit Destiny because I couldn't find anything to play that I liked. So I actually almost quit. And I didn't want to be a hunter because, wow, Kitty.
I saw nothing.
Cold down.
Wow. Oh, that's
Just froze up on my side.
Oh my
I
god.
don't think
It's
that's froze. I think her camera just got
No.
knocked over.
Oh God, it's the ceiling. The wheels have completely fallen off.
Oh my god. Now? Really? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna fix this on the fly, guys.
I mean,
I guess that's it.
I'm
Yeah,
cool.
this is it. Oh god. Okay. Thank you, Kat. But, wow.
This is why I have dogs.
Like he never goes into there, and I guess he was mad that I wasn't paying attention to him.
All right, on that note, we'll see everybody next weekend.
Someone clip that.
Yeah. Good lord. But yeah, I played it for a while. Almost quit Destiny entirely because I didn't want to play a hunter because it kept killing me in Crucible. But then I made a hunter, and I haven't played anything since. Like I don't really have any characters, so yeah, I'm just a hunter. Mostly Night Stalker, but yeah, I'm a hunter.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, such a shame.
thanks for coming on. No.
But no, I definitely love hunters. Not quite sure
Oh,
what I'm gonna get.
I think
I had questions from I had community questions this week and I didn't write them down, so we're gonna be skipping that segment.
Oh my gosh.
I think you broke him again.
I mean, that's true. I did write them before we even started, and I still haven't explained that yet.
Well, all right. So let me ask you. Okay, so are you more of a PvE person or more of a PvP person?
So it's kind of a bit of both because I really love PvP. I love wrecking people with my wave splitter, which still works after today's patch because I rolled a 3.75 today in my first round using just wave splitter. It's great. But I really love the raids. There's just a couple I haven't finished yet, just because teams get tired. but I like teaching people raids. Like, I used to do a lot back in D1. I would probably teach King's Fall and the one after that, Machine. Um, I would actually do 2 to 3 training raids a day, 6 times a week. So, like, they would go anywhere between an hour to like 3 hours long. But I loved it because I love teaching people raids. Um, so I guess I'm kind of a bit of both. Like I like the PvP because I'm a super competitive person, but I like teaching people raids because the whole thing of, oh my god, we just cleared this, like the adrenaline that surges through, like we got the clear. There's really nothing like that. Like I helped get them to this point, which they never experienced before. So I like both. Yeah, I think
That's more or less me. I'm just not going into a raid. Ryan loves raiding. This is like, he's really bright all of a sudden. Wow. For those of you, for our audio listeners in the near future, it was like looking into the sun when the light hit his head.
I can call it up at any time.
Oh my gosh.
Dios míos, my eyes!
So,
Yeah, I mean,
where did you start in to get into Destiny? Where did you start beta? Did you start alpha? Are you, House of Wolves? Pat, how did you get started and where? Or I guess
so
when?
I am actually a day one D1 Guardian,
Okay.
which a lot of people don't know about. I didn't want to play Destiny because I was a huge Halo fan. Like I've won 2 Midwest championships from Halo 3, because I used to play that competitively. Yeah, no, I was an absolute badass.
She said Midwest, so like there's only 12 people to compete against them. So.
Oh, gee, thanks.
That's where he lives, though. I mean,
I'm not Midwest.
You're not in the South.
No, but Midwest.
But yeah, I won the 2007 and 2008 Midwest Championships. I didn't win global or anything, but it was a lot of fun. But after ODST, the whole story was kind of fucked up, and I was really mad at Bungie. Like, you fucked your own continuity, so now I'm really mad at you. I'm never going to play your games ever again. I never played Reach, never played anything after that, because I was really mad. And I heard they were doing Destiny, and I was so bitter about the story continuity. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to be anywhere near this game just because Bungie fucked over Halo, so they're obviously going to fuck this over. So, yeah, I carried a grudge for a long time. And then I was sitting at work on like a Sunday, and it was a super slow day, so I was watching a whole bunch of game trailers. I was just going through, watching them back to back, and the Destiny 1 live action trailer, out of all things, the live action sold me on it. The Sunday before release of that, the following Tuesday.
Led Zeppelin has that effect on people.
Oh, I know, right? And I was watching, like, oh my god, there's space magic, it's post-apocalyptic, and there's aliens. I need this game. And so I was looking up like pre-orders and all that, and I found the Ghost Edition. Like, oh my god, I have to have this tiny little spiky thing. I don't know what it is, but I love it. And looked all over. Obviously, Ghost Edition sold out because the Sunday before. And I texted my husband like, please help me find this Ghost Edition. I really want it. Couldn't find it anywhere. Sold out. And so I ordered the PS4 standard edition from a mom and pop shop I used to go to. And I was sitting there waiting for the delivery to come around. And by 11 o'clock, I hadn't arrived. I'm like, okay, I got to go to work. I can't wait around. And just randomly, because my husband and I worked at the same place, we went by Fry's before I went to work. And they had a Ghost Edition sitting there for the Xbox 360 and then a standard PS4 copy. So I bought both. And kind of just went off from there, did the Warlock thing, which was, only because they looked pretty, and then the Titan thing, because I thought I'd like it, and then almost quit. And then I found Hunter, and I haven't played anything since, especially after Kitty, really. Night Stalker came out, which I love. And now I've literally bought every single collector's edition of Destiny for every single installment ever since day one. They made a lot of money off of me. It's the best to say I'm not bitter anymore.
And we have you to thank for the new expansion. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, your tax dollars at work.
Oh yes.
I,
I mean,
I love the story that you bought the collector's edition or the ghost edition for a
mhm.
system that you weren't planning on playing it on.
Oh no,
I respect us on many levels.
I love Titanfall because I love mechs. Like I love giant mechs and all that, and I like the relationship between them. And I didn't know about the game at all until my husband went to that same mom and pop store, and an hour prior, somebody brought in Titanfall Collector Edition, so the 19-inch tall light up statue. And my husband's like, I need that for my wife. She loves mechs. She has to have it. And I didn't even have an Xbox at the time, which was an Xbox exclusive. So I kind of just, we buy things that I really like that I may or may not, be able to play. Yeah. Just because, gotta have it. Gotta have it. Yeah. And then, yeah, the whole D2 Collector's Edition was an absolute bitch.
Do you still have your solar cell phone charger?
Yep. It's all still packaged together.
In the collector's edition for Destiny 2, there was a solar powered cell phone charger.
Yep. It actually worked too.
He's broken again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little charge.
I'm not judging because my son is heavy into collectibles, so I'm surrounded by them. So whenever I hear something I haven't heard before, I'm always like,
that exists. Yeah.
How does this not in my house somewhere?
Yeah, I am.
He bought me a ghost for Christmas.
I love ghosts. I love ghosts.
Yeah, he literally has collectibles for every game he likes.
Yeah.
I ain't getting into that. That's a whole episode. So I got for Christmas, and I have a ghost.
So next week we're going to have a garage sale on the podcast.
But
video game collectible auction.
I just kind of picked it up and looked at it, and before I could even react, get a expression face, he goes, "Well, I mean, if you can play a game, you need a statue."
I mean,
that was the end of the discussion. Okay. So now it's on my dresser, and it's the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning.
No.
I'm like, and hello, Bear, because my ghost is named Bear. That's another story.
I have 1, 2, I have 13 ghosts on my desk because I love them so much. Nobody needs that many ghosts, but I have that many ghosts.
You could have loaned Cade one. Fuck.
I have Amazon one. I have Jack and Saladin, Cade, Zavala, Cora, 2 of the Cade figures you can never ever gonna get in your life, and the miniest little Osiris, and then a spider snake. And I still have 2 builds from the Mega Blocks that I haven't done yet either. Or maybe it's 3. No, it's 3. And the giant Destiny 2 poster from GameStop. So I have all that too. I love it. I love it a lot. I just can't help it.
All right, so
I'm not judging.
Does your husband play?
No, he doesn't actually. He's the PC player. And he plays Ark and what the hell else do you play, Annie?
7 Days.
7 Days to Die.
And welcome to the 4th guy for the podcast.
Yeah, he's literally right behind me. Which is why the screen is up.
He's holding up the green screen.
Yeah, he's 4 feet behind me. But yeah, he plays all the survival games.
He's back there trying to keep the cats corralled, is what I'm.
Yeah, probably considering to direct the webcam.
So
I have no response to this.
Yeah, no.
Oh god.
all right, so
I guess should we talk about Destiny? I mean,
Yeah, no, we moved to this.
have we not been this whole time? I mean, some kind of sort of way.
It's kind of hard because you come up with show notes. I came up with basically the layout yesterday, as you two know, and there was so much shit that hit the fan today. It's just kind of okay.
I mean,
This could go anywhere.
It didn't. It didn't. I mean, I started the last quest. It's really not that bad. I know people are struggling with the Crucible part, which I just finished in like 3 games, but it's really not that bad for finishing in like a day. Um, I don't see what big fuss is,
I mean, I told people finish it in an hour.
yeah, it's not that bad.
All right, since you've already been in it, how do you like the changes to supers? Have you noticed anything or seen anything?
So I went into a private match, my friend Green, to test out the old supers. And they still feel pretty good. I'm not one for the pole dancer, so I really didn't see a difference with that. Blades still feels fine. Nothing else really got touched. Night Stalker actually feels a little bit better. I just wish the tethering was faster because as soon as I shoot it, like I'm already being shot out of the air, so the tether's still just sitting there. So Orpheus Strings are like not even useful in PvP. But I mean, I really don't feel different than the supers at all. I mean, I guess it would be different if I was probably a warlock with Nova Warp. Yeah, Nova Warp. But I mean, the tweaks were so minor that I really don't see a difference at all. Even with playing an hour of Crucible, it's just like I don't see a really big difference. The only difference I saw on PvP today was people sitting in the back of the maps trying not to die because of the last word quest. And that was such a bitch move to do because it's so infuriating. Like, just play normally and you'll still get the stupid gun. Like, you don't have to be such a little bitch sitting in the back.
No, I cannot play normally and get the gun because that just is not going to work.
I mean, yeah.
And shit in the face, no.
I think the worst I did was at 0.89, which is like, the worst I could possibly ever freaking do. But, 3.75, 2.5, like, it was really easy just to pop that whole part of the quest out. I was like, I don't see why people are being such little bitches. Just play normally. You'll get it eventually. But I guess people don't have thumbs.
Well,
It's not me this week.
we're 20 minutes into the podcast and she literally called out everybody.
Yeah, I mean, don't be such a bitch. Just play.
Refute
Play
it.
the game. So.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'm gonna bring it to left away just to mess with people.
Oh God, that gun needs to go back to the heavy slot. It just needs to go there and die because I hate that gun. I hate it. I hate it so much. That and Chaperone. Chaperone can fuck off.
All right.
I mean, I could really go.
Yeah, I mean, we got 40 minutes. Why don't you tell us how you feel about every other gun, too? Fuck.
I have a lot of hatred towards shotguns because it takes no fucking skill. Like, you just go up there and like, oh, hi, you're dead now. There's no skill with shotguns.
Jump on Google, bring up the list of every gun in the game, and just tell us how you feel about each one.
I would actually. That's the sad part.
Wait, so what's left? Okay, so Telesto basically works the same as the fusion.
Telesto is a little bitch of a weapon. It's just a bitch of a weapon.
But it works the same as the fusions, which means you have to.
No, it doesn't. You can literally cover your teammate in Telesto nanites and have them go running in and just kill everybody. Like, that's stupid to me. You can just pepper like point B with Telesto shots, or just like hide them at the top of door frames and shit. It's just like that doesn't take any fucking skill because you're not shooting anybody. You're just putting little bombs everywhere, and you're just hoping that it kills somebody. Like, it's stupid.
So,
Like,
I've never encountered this.
just, I hate
Like,
it.
am I the only person that's not really having killed in the Destiny universe? I mean, fucking at me, please.
I just find it stupid because it takes no skill at all. You can just pepper the whole ground, and granted, I can throw my knives at it, I can shoot them, what have you. But, like, if you cover a corner and I'm trying to dodge around because I'm already absolute, and this fucking nanite out of nowhere just, like, pinks me in the side of the head, that's your kill. That's fucking stupid. You didn't work for it. Which means you're just a skillless little bitch. So get the fuck out. Like, it just, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad.
I used it like last week for a day, And the only thing I did really dirty was these guys were taking over the heavy. So it's like I got to the heavy and there was like 5 seconds left. So rather than trying to fight these jackals off, the heavy, I put the gun right against the wall and fired into the wall and then just ran off down the corner.
Why?
That's how my brain works in those minutes when being asked for by 4 jackalites.
I hate that gun. I hate it so much.
That's not even a gun I use. It was an experiment.
So,
It's just dumb.
how do you feel about
No,
bows?
because of this conversation.
See, I like bows though. Like, I don't use them in Crucible. I actually use more in PvE. But I don't feel bad about that because that actually takes a little bit of patience and you have to be at a certain distance. I think the only one I don't like so much is the Monarch because of the smoke thing, but you really have to get a good shot in order for that to work. I mean, it's not bad enough to complain about. Bows are fine, as far as I'm concerned.
I love that you say it's just.
There was a guy
it's not,
killing the shit out of me with that thing the other day.
it's not bad enough to complain about. Is your writer on that?
Yeah, I mean, you'll have some people who are really good with it. It's like, oh my god, I just got killed by a fucking farting arrow. So, okay, that works, I guess.
I mean, I felt bad about it. I was upset.
But I mean, it takes a lot of skill, So, I don't feel bad about those at all. Just like fucking shotguns and Telesto. Can't stand it.
Just don't get close to people. It's fine.
Stupid.
All right, I'm going to see if she's going to rate. How about swords?
Swords I like, actually, because I run around with quick bang sometimes.
Who the fuck uses a sword?
Well, not so much anymore, but D1 they were pretty prevalent.
I haven't seen the sword since like the second month of this game. Like anywhere.
I mean, I think the only one to be concerned about would be Black Talon, but so few people have it. I have it, and I don't use it.
I have it. I don't use it because,
Yeah.
Thunderlord.
Because shotgun.
Because fucking shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Don't get close to me and you will not get shot with a shotgun.
Except there's some
They're
shotguns
over
that feel like
there.
they can map you, so.
Yeah, like Chaperone, you can shoot
Oh, yeah, it's
like
like
be
shotgun.
this far away. It's like a fucking 100 meters, and it's all it's up your ass, like somehow teleporting. So stupid. I hate it.
I can't remember what it. I haven't used it in a while, but New Monarchy has a select shotgun from like year 1, and it's full auto. It's not as good as Chaperone, but I just remember just doing horrible things to people with that thing. But it's
Yeah.
all or nothing. Like if you don't hit him in the head, you're dead because there is no recovery time.
I mean, then you got Acreus as well, but I haven't seen Acreus in months.
You
So.
haven't played with me.
Oh god. Oh god.
It's pretty cool. That is the whole reason that the Nova people. What are these hunters I don't like? The
Night Stalkers?
No,
Or
the bad Blade Dancer remix.
Spectral Blades?
Do you know one of those can tank a fucking Acreus shell?
Yeah, and the super. You're supposed to think this little bit.
It's
How about
the
that?
only thing I've ever shot in a super that has not died. It
Well,
wasn't like off to the side. I was staring at his face down the barrel of the Acreus, and it was like, oh, what?
see, I can't get mad at that because I'm a hunter main, so, maybe you just didn't shoot right.
It's the Acreus. It has a 180-degree blast radius. Delete.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, I can't get mad at that because, it's a hunter. Can't get mad.
It really pissed me off for me to equip that thing. Because I can't unequip it because I've never finished that quest, so it's stuck in my inventory forever.
Yeah, no, I don't think I even started Polaris Lance. I haven't started Polaris, I haven't started Spades, I haven't started Acreus. I haven't started Last Words, so I can write an article on it for Planet Destiny. Like, because I write for them sometimes. Yeah. I mean, Never play with actors, so.
Every once in a while, that cat walks by, and I feel like I'm reading the scroll at the bottom of a TV screen. You know, like, like where I'm at right now, we're under weather warning. Like tomorrow is going to be like -2 is the high, and I'm just like reading weather warning is what it feels like.
You know, that's Mao. There's a reason he's named after an asshole from Star Wars. He's named after Wallen Bao, who's a Mandalorian. So,
Yeah.
I can sum up everything that I know about Star Wars in one sentence. Han shot first. Luke fucked his sister.
he didn't fuck his sister. He kissed her. He didn't fuck his sister.
In 1977, an on-screen kiss was pretty much the. Yep.
That was before I was born, so.
That's when I was born.
Me too. So.
I think you might be the only person that get really upset about that, or maybe it's just because I'm Southern. You know. Didn't really know.
I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Like, I actually know one of the languages, and I can speak it fluently. That's how big of a Star Wars nerd I am.
Can you
You
write?
went further than I did, and that's an achievement.
Can you write your article for Planet Destiny in Star Wars language?
In Mando, I could.
Yeah, do that.
I don't know if Moon would approve, but I could.
Fuck.
There's got to be a quick translate button at this point. Somebody's written website. Translate.
Oh god. Yeah, yes I could, but there'd be a lot of people not translating correctly since there's no dictionary online that's complete. It's all in books. So.
So you now have to.
The, did you play Mayhem at all?
I didn't play any Mayhem. I'm one of those bitches that goes in with Galanor. Yeah, with the Galanor in Blade Barrage. He's at a Night Stalker, so.
He is so desperate to bring this back to Destiny conversations.
I know, we could talk about Andromeda next, and how BioWare fucked that installment over. Yeah, that was fun.
Absolutely will record now. Nope. I'm gonna nope out of this franchise.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan too. It's just like Andromeda was such a disappointment.
It was poorly executed. Here, let's jump ahead. Being that we're, doing this thing. Because this was off topic anyway, so let's just bring it up while we're already off topic. The Anthem thing that happened.
Yeah.
There were several things that happened. There was the great crash of 2019.
So, I feel Anthem needs a little bit more leeway than he should. Like, I haven't pre-ordered yet. I didn't get into the VIP demo because I was busy at the Global Game Jam this past weekend actually making a game, which was a lot of fun. But I think people need to give BioWare a little bit more leeway, EA some more leeway, because this was obviously a server test. Like, you can test all you want in-house. It'll never be, like, millions of people trying to log in at the same time. And even though they did call it a beta,
it's a stress test, but
I don't think they oversold the beta portion of that. I think it was like, it's a demo.
Yeah, I mean, the demo comes out this weekend. That's one that anybody can do. It's just like, this was a stress test to see how many people they could get into Reach in a certain time. Because, in-house, it's fine because you have the intranet of the actual office. But, going through multiple routers, going through multiple servers, what have you, it's going to take a while for people to log in, especially when you're just bombarded, because you're practically DDoSing, which they were DDoSing themselves. So I think people need to give BioWare and EA a little bit more leeway, because that's all tech stuff. Like, you're not actually playing the game yet. Nobody needs to be compensated. Like, I saw people going, "Oh, I need to be compensated because I didn't get in. I didn't get to play for blah 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 blah." Like, this was a fucking demo, people. Calm your tits. This wasn't a full game. This wasn't the actual launch. This was a stress test.
Except for there's the other side of that argument, which is EA has been at this for so long. They should have at least some kind of expectation of what their server load will be. How many people are going to be trying to get in at the same time. So from
Wait,
Yes
so you
and
actually
no.
have faith that EA
oh no,
can
I
do
don't have faith.
something
No,
else?
not at all. I'm just saying there is the other side of that argument, which is, I mean, if you're the New England Patriots and you're showing up for the Super Bowl, you might want to bring at least one football to the game.
Well,
that argument.
yes and no, but this is also a new service. It's like you can't take the Star Wars that BioWare did down here in Austin and just flip the services over to a new game. It's a new region. It's something they haven't done yet. I mean, the way the game is set up, you're not just loading into an arena. You're loading into this region plus this region because it's going to load as you go. They've never done that before, so they didn't know how the services were going to react. Which is why they did the stress test, because it's a completely different setup from, okay, I'm logging into this game, here's level, you're going to, here's the fucking universe, how is it going to respond?
So, and I'm like you said, I'm not trying to argue the point because I agree with you for the most part. But if I'm EA and I'm building out a game as a service, which is what they're doing, and I've never done it before, I very quickly I pick up the phone and I call some jackass who used to work at Bungie, whether they still do or not, and say, "How did you guys do it?" And if that doesn't work for whatever reason, I have Google, and then I have a company that I'm using, which I know that they're using, called Hyperion, which is actually the company that's standing up all the servers for Anthem. And I go, "What do you guys see?" And there's support and there's information out there. And I'm not disagreeing that, yeah, it's going to take a little while for them to get used to it and figure it out. But my God, to have the train wreck that they had this week and to be EA. If it was a smaller company somewhere else and they dropped the ball like they did, fine. But EA should be smart enough to go, holy shit, maybe we should have a backup plan.
Well, even Ubisoft fucked up when Division first came out. It took me 2.5 hours to log in when it first launched.
If you translate Ubisoft to Norwegian, it says we fucked up.
Yeah, but I think there just needs to be a little bit more leeway on the studio side because there's
We do
things
not
the game
apologize to Ubisoft.
Yeah, no, don't apologize to Ubisoft. No.
Ever. We never apologize. No, okay, so I was in the Sea of Thieves debacle.
Which one?
Because there's 8 o'clock day one, fucking literally.
Damn.
So you couldn't even get in.
No, it was even worse than that. It was I was supposed to stream live with Slaw, Real-Time Slaw, and we planned it like weeks in advance. They are the ones who got me in as an alpha player, like months and months before. It's like, you should do this, this, and this, and we'll do it. So it's going live. We're going to stream. So long story short, this is before they start putting out tweets that, yeah, we're fucked. You'll be able to get them eventually, maybe. I've already been sitting in his stream bullshitting in voice for like 3 hours going, okay, well, let me uninstall and reinstall. But once the information started coming out, it was like, okay, we didn't know what was going to happen, yada yada yada. It was a beta. It wasn't a demo. They said expect, I think they said expect stormy seas or choppy seas or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Before they ever flipped the switch on it. And I can't remember. I think maybe they gave us like another day to play at the end of it, just to like keep testing the servers.
Yeah, it feels like they extended it for a while, if I remember it.
Yeah, it's just like it's like everybody can play, so just keep playing. Not that there was a whole lot in that game at that moment. I mean, it was pretty basic to say the least. I think it still is. But the one thing I really enjoyed was the communication that came from Epic. The whole time, like when something was going wrong or something was wrong, you're like, we know this is wrong, we're working on it, this is why we can't fix it right now. But at one point, they were doing like daily video logs on YouTube. And it's like, hi, I'm the game director. It's still on Ray's website. Ray's like, so this is what we did, this is what's happening, this is what's wrong, this is what we're trying to fix, it's going to take some time, this is what we're doing. And it's like, okay, this is a complete and total shit show, but this dude's telling me it's a shit show, and he thinks they can fix it, so I'm going to hang out for a while. So, that's what I said. Maybe they undersold the whole beta aspect of it. But should people, quote-unquote, calm their tits, as you said? Yes, they should absolutely chill the fuck out. Especially, they've been talking about this game for how long now? 2 years almost?
2 or 3 years. It seems like, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
We got an announcement for it at E3, but was it 17 or 16? I think was the first time.
I think it was 16.
What?
I want to say it was
Was it?
16 because Anthem got announced before Death Stranding was, and that's the game I'm looking forward to the most this year.
It's the Destiny killer.
They're all Destiny killers. Division was a Destiny killer. I mean, okay.
I actually played that game for a while. It wasn't bad, but
Oh, I regret buying that game. I'm not gonna.
it was a little monotonous.
Ugh. Like I like the dark sector aspect and like going rogue and
You're
everything.
shooting live people. Everyone wants to shoot other live people.
Yeah,
That's why we play video games. We just don't want to go to jail for it.
yeah. But it's just like I don't know. There's something about the whole system I didn't like. Like this felt too convoluted. Of okay, you have to have this stat and this stat and this stat and this stat and this stat to have this build for this specific play style. Like it just felt like way too much to actually even see. Which is probably why I didn't play Monster Hunter World either. Because these stats, I don't like it. I don't like grinding that shit out.
I'm not a huge fan of RNG in shooters, even though I know Destiny does in fact have RNG in it, but it's just not as noticeable to me, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's some. I mean, orange is different for every game, but apparently I have strings, magic strings, because my followers think I'm a witch dragon for Destiny 2.
Do you have a Jotun?
A what?
The
Oh,
Jotun?
a Jotun, as I've been hearing it called. No, I haven't unlocked the third forge yet because I've been busy.
Who's the name Jotun?
Jotun, you know.
It's literally in Thor.
I don't know.
Which, well, I'm just offended by this because we have geeks arguing about a word that is in Thor, which is a geek movie. It's Jotunheim. Giant world. Fuckers. I'm not even Norwegian in that.
I don't know
I
that.
grew up in a fucking swamp. You have no excuse.
Yeah, no, I still have excuses. I have plenty of excuses. But no, I mean, I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't unlocked the third forge yet. I think I've only done the first forge twice, and I haven't touched any of the other forges yet.
Okay, so let me ask you. So, what were your? Because we're coming to the end of the whole Black Armory portion of it. What were your thoughts on it? Like, did you just not get into it? Was it just?
I mean,
doing other shit?
Can I tack on another part to that question before you answer?
Yeah.
How did you feel about the way they delivered content? Like Rick's question is, how do you feel about Black Armory? How do you feel about the way that they're delivering content now?
So I'm actually going to write an article about this specific part, but I'll go a little bit into it. So I like that they're doing this small installments throughout the year with the annual pass, rather than okay, we got to wait a year and a half for the next installment. We got to wait another year for this installment. I like that they're doing the smaller content and then a big one, because we got the big Forsaken one, which was fucking massive, and then we got Black Army. Then we have Seasons of the Drifter in the next one. But I like the smaller bits now because I can't keep up. Like before, I could keep up and just knock everything out in a week. But now being a content creator, I don't have as much time. Like I used to laugh when Watermelon Exo was like, "Oh, I finally got this. I finally got around to doing this." I'm like, "Dude, what have you been doing?" And now, writing the comments and writing the jokes and doing a whole bunch of other shit outside that's like, okay, now I get it. I can't keep up. Like, I grind out drudging, and that I'm good. I don't need the other titles, but I like, every 3 months we're getting a little bit more, and then probably in a year we're gonna have a massive one because they do have 2 teams inside of Bungie. As far as Black Armory goes, I like the way the armor looks. I like that the weapons are a little bit more powerful, so it does tie into the story a little bit. I don't like how Jotun, I guess I'm saying that right now. I don't like how that plays, just because it feels like the tracking feels a little bit too hard, but that's a whole other thing. Black Armory itself, I actually wasn't excited to log in and get to it like I usually am, because usually I take the first day off from work to play whatever expansion's coming out, and I just didn't feel it this time. Like, oh, I was going to work, I'll play it. And like the story's okay. Like there is a sad story there if you look into the lore. Um, the the actual forges themselves are really lackluster for me because I went in and I was like way below light level, which is, I understand I'm not going to get it done the first time. I just want to see it. And
What can you?
yeah.
Do they feel kind
But
of bland to you?
what was that?
Do they feel kind of bland to you?
Yeah, I mean, they really do. Like, if they had done something that was never ending, like, I mean, they tried to do it with the Haunted Forest and everything, do the Halloween event, but they needed to go back to ODST where you were sitting there and you had wave after wave after wave and you just had to survive.
Firefight.
Yeah, firefight. If they had something like that where it's just like surge after surge and the enemies get a little bit more difficult or and the map changes, like they could take the Infinite Forest and every time another portion opens up, it gets a little bit harder and you have to get to a certain level in order to get weapon frames, what have you, because the difficulty increases, but never have an actual ending until the team wipes. Like the whole thing of, okay, I got to level 7 and we're done. Like, it's over, blah, blah, blah. I don't want that. I actually want the challenge of, okay, we're getting our fucking asses pounded and we have to survive just a little bit more, but it's going to be fucking impossible because now everything's at like 900 light level and we can't fucking make it.
I heard
I
more
want that
lube.
possibility. Yeah, more lube. But it's like, I want the impossibility like
No,
I
it's
had in
not.
Firefight. Like the whole thing of, okay, it's 3 rounds. Woohoo. Okay, knock that out real quick. Like, I want that, controller gripping, sweat pouring on my palms. Like, I need to fucking live. I need to go revive that person. I need to get through this. And it's impossible, but I'm going to do it because it's a challenge. There's nothing like that. It's okay, 3 rounds, we're done.
Yes.
I'm gonna offend everybody possible right now, and I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I heard this from somebody else, but I'm gonna repeat it. That you have, like, in Bungie, you have your guys who are really good at designing missions and maps and whatever event you're gonna do. And the Forge to them felt like they had some Make a Wish kids come in and design the content.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree because it's just like it's lackluster. Like I have no
It doesn't.
drive to go into a
It
forge
doesn't really
at
feel
all.
like it belongs in Destiny.
Like it could if it was, the bombardment, but it's just like okay, it's just another activity. Like I would rather go spend 16 hours in Gambit. Granted, I love that game mode. Rather than go grind out for Jotun or Le Monarch or some bullshit. Like I have no drive to unlock the third forge because I don't want to do it. I don't want to play a forge. I don't care about the new weapons because I don't care the way I'm going to get them. I want the impossibility factor, and there's nothing in Destiny right now that gives you that. It's like, okay, here's the loadout you need, here's the team you need, now you're done. There's nothing that really gives you the, oh my god, what the fuck are we going to do right this moment? We're going to. There's no. It's I'm gonna piss off everybody right now. It feels like a fucking Marvel movie, and I hate Marvel movies. I fucking hate Marvel movies entirely because it's okay. Here's a superhero. Oh, he's having a bad day. Oh, he got beat up a little bit. Oh, look, he won the old fight. Oh, we all knew that was gonna happen because it's Hollywood and we're gonna have a happy ending. That's what it feels like. There's no scary factor. There's no like, oh my god, gripping factor. It's just, oh, okay, we're gonna finish it. Like, it's like a Marvel movie. Oh, the superhero's gonna win. We all know. Yeah, no. It's just, there's nothing gripping right now. So.
I thought you told me when you introduced me to her that she was not opinionated.
I am very opinionated.
I lie a lot. But what she's saying is kind of what I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, where I was talking about, well, every time new content comes out, I have to, the light cap goes up. So I use the term manufactured difficulty because it's making everything harder by virtue of, oh, now I have to get to, coming up 700 from 650. So everything that hits me is going to basically one-shot me from the gate. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, why can't some things be difficult? Because it's like she said, there's just wave upon wave of ads. coming out. Like, I want to, like, Mordor. I just want tens of thousands of throw. I want like 15.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be bombarded. Just like throw this shit at me and see if I survive. Not like, okay, I know exactly how many throw are going to come out this door. I know if ogre's going to come out this door. I know 2 witches are going to show up from these doors, and we're going to do this, and look, we're done. Like, there's nothing
There's
gripping.
no surprise. There's no
Yeah.
there's no real challenge of it. Is this the thing that everybody's been talking about since D2 launch? The dumbing down of Destiny for the casuals or whatever you want, or is that?
Yeah.
I guess is that the argument or the talk that you're having right now, or
It really is, because, like, I would play Firefight for fucking hours on ODST, because I knew it was impossible. I knew I would never get past a certain phase, but lo and behold, I'd get that one next wave done. It's like, okay, new challenge, what am I going to see? It's like, oh shit, I don't know what's going on. I miss that. I miss the going into a game and not knowing if I'm going to survive through a certain level in that. In Destiny, I know I am, because I know what I'm doing. I know everything is predictable. You can go into a strike, know exactly what you need to do. I run through the infinite forest on just 2 strikes and never shoot a thing, because I know exactly what places are going to pop up. I can run through so much shit and not, well, yeah, it's infinite. They really missed the mark on that.
impotent forest.
Yeah.
It's a bad choice.
Yeah. But it's just like, there's nothing, there's like, we're supposed to be in this badass galaxy of all this darkness, like alien races that are trying to fuck our shit over and make us extinct.
Yes.
But we're wrecking everything. Like,
I say we all get together and go out and branch out and go take over other shit at this point.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, doesn't it feel like that's kind of the...
I mean, I'm hoping it's kind of coming, but that's speculation. I'm not even going to fucking into it right now.
Let's build a Stargate and go to another galaxy and just take that shit over.
No, see, that's all the whole dead bird thing. I kind of want to stay here. I mean, it's just, they were missing the mark on so many things. Like, granted, I love Destiny. I love Bungie. I could work for them if they ever accept my resume. After 7 times, they still say no. But, there's just nothing.
They just need more people to have stronger opinions, is all.
Yeah. We need the factor of, oh shit, we can't get this done. Now, granted, we saw that happen with Niobe Labs of here's this puzzle, which I thought was a brilliant idea. I thought it was amazing how they released that. Okay, here's a puzzle, solve it so you can open this lab, and then you can have more content. The people bitching that they can't have content day one.
Oh, this is a conversation we got into 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because if they didn't mention there was a 4th forge,
yeah,
everybody would have thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Like, oh, this is amazing, and it's been going on for weeks, and all these little breadcrumbs are being left everywhere. By the way, there's a 4th forge. Well, fuck, I can't play it right now.
Yeah, it's just like you have 3 other forges, you have a whole bunch of titles to go after, you have Crucible, PvE, and Gambit to play. Like, you have other shit to do. You don't need a 4th forge right now. Just because you can't play something day one doesn't mean you're never ever going to play it. Let people solve the puzzle, which was actually brilliantly written. It was challenging enough to where, even the top streamers were like, okay, fuck this shit, but they still figured it out.
And it was broken. It was missing some text or something, right?
But man, you just patch that, and it's like, okay, we patched it, go solve it. Don't, just open it up because people are bitching. Like, this is the challenge people need outside of the whole thing. Like, when they dropped the whole lore stuff before Forsaken, and they had all these little puzzles for you to figure out, the whole lore community exploded and, like, came together and trying to figure this shit out. That was amazing to me. This whole community came together to solve this little piece that wasn't even part of the game yet. And then we have Niobe Labs puzzle, which was great. Just patch it because, something fucked up a little bit. It's fine.
I forgot it. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Human error. Like, the knife flip emote is broken. It's actually supposed to be infinite. It's not supposed to stop. But it's just like, just because you can't play something day one doesn't mean you're never going to play it. If you really want everything day one, then everything for the annual pass should be open right now. Just because you can't have it now doesn't mean you can't have it later. Stop being a fucking 9-year-old bitch. Just fucking wait.
Isn't the actual statement for what you just said is just if you want everything right now, isn't the real answer? Go buy a fucking Mario game and
Go
stay
play Fortnite if you want everything right now.
Yeah, go
Just
buy
That's
go the
fair.
fuck away.
go buy a game
You're ruining it.
that isn't predicated on we're going to have more content and there's going to be release
Yes.
cadence.
Well, and I was talking to Ryan about this. We got a thing a few weeks ago we got into, which I'm not going to bring up again. But
Oh yes,
someone probably, but we're not going to dwell on that. But right when the Ford was released, it was like, oh, it's too hard, we couldn't do it. It was unfair, wham, 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 wham. So I was a week behind everybody because I couldn't even turn on fucking Xbox, to be honest with you. It was like, we were talking about it, it's like, I can't even play games. I have no time. It's like, I go work, I come home, I go to sleep, I repeat. That's where my week is at right now. So I'm a week behind, and I remember calling him and like, well, I finished the first four. He's like, what light level did you get? I was like, I was 608.
Yeah.
And after this thing came out with how hard it was and everybody cried, or well, I shouldn't say everyone, that some people were really crying. Some, that's more honest. I told Ryan, I was like, I'm just gonna do this whole thing by myself.
Yeah.
So I've soloed from the first forge through the fourth forge. I've done every quest step by myself, except for the actual forge because it's matchmaking. Yeah, you're not surviving that shit by yourself. But I've played this whole content drop solo just to see if I could, and it's not like I did excessive amounts of grinding. Like you can look me up. I probably average 4 to 6 hours of game time a week.
Yeah.
Okay, if I can pull this off with a little bit that I can play, it cannot be that hard for the level of grind.
It's just time consuming, and people want I want it now. They want the instant gratification. It's like, it's not going to happen. If you want instant gratification, go play another game because you're not going to get it here.
I want my Bravo armor to be 650, but I'm not going to grind fucking data lettuce on NASA's. Fuck you, I'll wait.
I'd rather play it and enjoy it and unlock it at my own pace than try to beat it out real quick and be, done. And then what are we going to do? Sit around and wait for 3 months for new content? And just sit there and be bored? It's like, enjoy it at whatever pace you can. Like, I haven't played in a week. So,
well, I'm hoping the whole you not being able to carry over your bounties so you can power level your ass to try to get into the raid race, that being capped now, where those bounties do not carry over season to season.
They're just
alleviate some of that shit.
They're gonna power cap the bounty, right? Like if it's a 650, it's not gonna go any higher than a 650.
Which is what they need to do anyways.
I mean, it makes sense.
Well, there's no other game that's like that where you can carry over shit that you've hoarded into the DLC. And I mean, there are people who literally went from 600 to 635 in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
that's just exploiting. Now, it's their fault for leaving it open, but that's just, you're not doing anything. You're not playing. You're just an exploit.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear out of you. If that's how you want to play, that's fine. You can play how you want, but I don't want to hear fucking shit out of you, man.
I don't want to open this can of worms all the way, but is that a situation more that it's
far too late?
Yeah, I know, but is that a situation where, like, because of streamers and content creators, where they're like, we have to get this done, and even probably a little bit even review press or however you want to phrase it, where they feel like, we have to get in, we have to be first, we have to get it done because we have deadlines, we have raids to meet. Is that? I mean, that's kind of.
No, we're talking about like people specifically trying to do the raid race, or just the other 9.
It's mostly
million people that play this game.
Well, there's 2 things. There's one, the bragging rights of, look, I hit the power cap, it's only day 2, and you put it on Twitter, and people get the likes, and they boost their analytics. That's one way. It's like, okay, whatever. And then you have the people that actually do the raid race, like Redeem, whoever the fuck else does it now. I used to do it way back in the day, but it's just like...
Didn't Ninja basically make his name on the most recent raid? Or not the most recent one,
the most recent one. No, I mean, he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, nobody'd ever heard of, unless you knew him, nobody'd ever heard of him, and then all of a sudden, he's one of
just a little guy.
Yeah, he crushes out the raid first, and all of a sudden now, I hear his name everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you win a raid race, it's amazing, because it's actually incredibly difficult. you don't know what you're facing unless you went through some data mine thing of, where the mechanics are. But they've really locked a lot of that down, so you have to figure out as you go. I used to do raid races all the time. I'd take the day off. Sometimes I would take the week off and grind up to whatever power cap, and I would, get a team together and we try for
Somebody's
the raid
backing up.
race. No, that's dinner. It's not. But
It's the cat.
but I used to try for the raid race.
I noticed the
but
cat isn't walking in front of the camera right now. Is that in the
Yeah.
microwave?
yeah, no, he's sleeping over there.
Okay.
But I used to do a raid race thing, so figuring out as you go, having a team that actually listens, getting it done, that's admirable. So if somebody pulls out, a win in the raid race that we've never heard of, that's actually pretty impressive to me because everything went right. They had the right team, they did the grinding, blah blah blah. So I'm, congrats to that guy for fucking pulling out of his ass and getting that shit done. But I really like.
Good shit. God bless him. Man.
Oh, I love doing that. I love going into a raid blind and figuring it out. It's fantastic. But the whole capping the bounties thing, so you have to get fresh ones and, go through it. I think that's finally a fair playing field for everyone because when that new raid drops, if we are getting a raid in this next season, I don't even know yet. I think it really levels the field of, okay, streamers don't have priority anymore because they did the whole bounty thing. They, got everything together so they could just jump up real quick. Now they're down here with everybody else, with everyone. And it's not like I have anything against streamers or YouTubers. It's now an even playing field, so regular people like myself, we can go for that power cap. And then, if we grind just as hard because we're all even, we can now go for that raid clear, the world's first. But not having that before, it was extremely hard to keep up because Bungie couldn't compensate of, okay, they have all these stacked bounties, they're going to be up here and the raid's here, but everyone's down here and they're not going to be able to do it. Like when Last Wish came out, we had a team together. I was sitting here ready to go. We all took the day off. We grinded our asses off from, the bottom. We didn't stack bounties or anything. We go to Last Wish and we beat our heads against the first Techian. We were in there for 8 hours because we were trying to figure out the mechanics, which was fun. Then we tried to figure out, okay, do we need a buff? Do we need, what kind of strategy we need to use? And come to, lo and behold, it's a DPS check. So we couldn't do the rest of the raid. Even though we all took the day off, we all grinded our asses off the entire week. From when we came home to when we had to pass off for work the next day, we grinded our asses off, but it wasn't enough because we weren't full-time streamers, which that was our job. So I really like that they're capping the bounties so everyone's in an even playing field so they can know what to expect when the next raid layer drops. Because they have, everyone's going to have to meet a certain standard. It's like, okay, here's the bounties, now you're done. So, I don't know. That's my whole rant about the bounty thing. It just evens the playing field, and I like that. So, yeah.
No, I mean, on my side of it, Iron Banner didn't get into it at all because of the power difference. Because I went in and Iron Banner has always been one of my favorite events. But it was one of my favorite events because it was something you played when you were under level to get to a higher level.
Yeah.
And now
it's not that anymore.
No, you play Iron Banner just to show off that you've made it to level cap anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what it
legitimately,
feels
I dropped a knee on a dude. I'm 646 when I went. I played one game with Iron Banner, 646. Dropped a knee on the guy from the sky. It's a hunter. My favorite. And I'm like, oh, he's fucked. And well, next guy, he's still alive and shoots me. I'm like, we're 4 power level ticks. It's not even a level. We're 4 power levels difference, and he's still tanking this.
So the actual differences come in 5s. So say it's 656 to 650, you're the same level. If you're the next tier down, it's very minimal. You have to actually see that power cap difference at 15 and down. So it's not as bad as it was.
Isn't it at 5? Where I'm just like, this dude should be fucking dead. I'll
I
see you
mean,
next time.
it's not as drastic as it was in D1 with power levels. It's really not.
I used to go into
It's-
D1 and be like 30 levels down and just grind down. Yeah, I would get stomped, but I'd put up a good fight, but I'd be like 10, 15, 20, like higher up. And,
I'm a big Iron Banner fan, even though I have Saladin sitting on my desk.
I used
I
to
don't
be
know.
an Iron Banner fan.
Never really was. I didn't like the armor at all, so I never really cared for it.
Oh, you're one of those that you're into the fashion game.
yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
I look forward to Rick's tweets every week about why do I still look like this?
Have you seen my latest one?
I'm sure, but I don't remember.
I mean, it does look like something out of like the Pulp Fiction basement. I mean, it's
Yeah.
So,
It is the face of all promotion.
All I know is that I've never really cared for Saladin and his bullshittery and armor, so.
He's completely senile. It makes more sense if you think of it this way.
He is, but because Shax hates him, I hate him too because I love Shax. So, yeah. I love Shax. Help it.
Did you see Shax's Crimson Days? I'm not okay. So there was so much shit coming on Twitter. I don't know what's real and what's made up. I'm thinking this was real. Shax's like little thing about Crimson Days.
Yeah, like if you win the bow, he'll marry you or some shit.
Yeah, like was that legit?
Yeah, no, I
have no idea.
I put a tweet out about that. I actually tagged the guy that plays the Shax parody account, and I told him, if you marry me, you get benefits because I'm a Saint 14 on the streets and a Dredgen you're in the sheet. Yeah.
Love you, Ma.
Yeah, no, I love Shax. I can't help it.
This will document he is my favorite.
Oh, yes. My favorite. And then there's Aldrin. But, that's a whole different conversation.
I think we're waiting to hear it.
Oh, God. So,
my biggest hope with them bringing Aldrin back is that I get to kill him again
no. I think like the
Repeatedly.
first time.
in the tower as
No.
his ghost resin. I just want to shoot until I get
You
bored and
can't
be
kill
like,
Pulled
okay,
Pork. You
you're in.
can't pull
I don't want to kill the ghost. I just want the ghost to keep rezzing Aldrin so I can shoot him again.
No. See, I love Aldrin. Like back in D1 when he tells you about the
Therapy.
inclusion zone and all that, where he's an absolute bastard. That's where I fell in love with him because he was the bad boy. He's blue, purplish blue. He's like the bad boy, so I loved him.
He's the same color as Papa Smurf.
Yeah, and I loved him because
This is
he's,
emo nonsense to me. That's fine.
he's the one that never hated, and I loved him. And now, doing the whole thing of having to kill him, like when the whole thing came out of Aldrin shooting Cade in the face, where it's like showing the score in the background, not the actual scene, but just the teaser. For one, I cried my eyes out because it was Cade and he was gone. Hunter Main, gotta cry for him. But I was even more distraught that it was Aldrin doing it because I knew people were gonna start hating on him even more so. But I still love him because he's such an interesting character. Like going through Forsaken, Bungie had one thing they could have done that really would have sold it to a lot of people, and they didn't do it, even though it would have cost them maybe 2 more weeks of production and absolutely zero story impact as far as diverging off. Like, you can have the whole Forsaken story, but when you're standing there with Aldrin right there on the floor, they could have done a player's choice because there's people who love Aldrin, there's people who hate Aldrin, and there's people who are so bound to the Vanguard they didn't want to shoot him. So they could have done 3 things. For one, you could have had it to where you didn't shoot him and Petra did because you don't want to piss off Zavala because you're that tied to the Vanguard. You don't want to do anything to break the code. 2, you could have done where you just shot him once because that's your job. Kill Cade, you want your revenge. Okay, you got it. He's dead. Story done. That's the one we saw. So you could have had the one choice, the one we saw, and then the third one of this fucking bastard killed Cade. He's right here. He can't do shit. you have them pinned down with Ace of Spades loaded and ready to go. So while you're standing over him, you just take Ace of Spades and you unload the entire fucking clip into his face, and you would have gotten your revenge. That one, it would have added replayability to the story because people usually have 3 characters. 2, it would have given us something we never saw before in Destiny, and that was the choice. It would have had 0 impact to the story whatsoever because, in the end of the day, Aldrin's still dead. There's whisperings that you killed him, but nobody really knows because it's just you and Petra. So it could have been Petra who went off the hinges and shot him multiple times. It could have been you. It could have been, Petra did it, but still says you did because she's still the queen's wrath. So if they just did that one little thing, it would have costed 2 weeks of production. It would have sold it to so many more people, and it would have just been so much better. But they didn't. And it's just like...
I mean, I wanted to kill him in D1, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, no. Still love him. Still love him.
One kill him the first time, I'm like this. I want to shoot this asshole so bad.
Yeah, no.
Shoot him. First run through. First playthrough. This guy, I have to shoot. I am not satisfied.
I didn't want to shoot him. I did not want to shoot him. I still love him.
I shoot him in the face!
Granted, he killed Kate, but still, I probably wouldn't have shot him.
That was irrelevant.
I mean,
my murderous intent started way before this.
Given the choice, I probably would have shot Cade too.
No, I would have shot Zavala and then Ikora.
Why does everyone hate Zavala? I was like,
because he's such a fucking little blue bitch.
It's like he's like the one that's like, no, we have rules.
That's why I don't like him.
He's irrelevant, though. It's just irrelevant.
I agree with the Ikora statement.
Yeah, I mean, I would shoot Zavala over Ikora. Yeah, I would still shoot them both. And I would spare Kate.
I mean,
and then go after Super Black.
Warlock, I think it'd be more you would try to shoot Ikora, and she would not be pleased.
Yeah, no, you'd probably have to strangle her in her sleep or something, because she is a warlock. But, I don't know, something about Zavala just rubs me the wrong way. Like, for one, how the fuck did he get in the war mine before, Anna and I even opened it? 2.
Oh, that's a thing this week. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And 2.
Oh, we got to witness Spaceman.
Why is he not letting Guardians go back and find out who they were? Because right now we have 0 connection to the city. We have 0 connection to the tower. All we have is our ghost and the duties what we're supposed to do. We have nothing to care about. I don't give a shit about the city. I don't give a fuck about the civilians. I have space magic. I have ghost that practically gives me immortality unless I pull it out like Cade did, like an idiot, and give it a shot. But it's just like there's no reason for me to be a guardian. And with Zavala saying you can't find out who the fuck you were, it's even more so because now you're just you're just a zombie army now. There's no reason for you to care, which is why I don't like them. Because can't find out who the fuck I was. So, yeah, that's why I don't like them at all whatsoever. I just want to he's standing there on the rail. I just want to shove him or shoot him in the back of the head. And when his ghost pops up, eat it. Just eat his ghost. I don't like Zavala.
You'll probably take that ghost and put it on your desk with the other 31 of them that are there.
I probably would. Yeah, no, there's a reason I put the Dredgen title under my name, and it had more sense. Like,
there's a reason I have it. I can't get a sparrow to drop it.
No, that's... Oh, you mean even the meatball.
No.
I had everything drop on the same day for me. So, yeah, it kind of just popped up for me.
Yeah, I think you just broke Rick again. On that note, let's say goodbye.
Oh, God. So, do we have anything else?
No.
I don't know that we hit a single topic, did we?
No, we didn't. Well, no.
Kind of.
We touched on everything, but in other random order, and then I went off on a tirade, which you
Which
know,
is, I think that was actually written in, so this is fine.
yeah, no, tirade was written in, definitely.
We, I think actually in a roundabout we did actually cover everything. This is.
Yeah.
Oh no, we missed one thing.
What did we
One-eye
miss?
mask. Am I a terrible person?
No, you're not. Granted, it's a little bit of a bitch in PvP because that's really the only place he uses it. But I see so many few people with it. It's really not that big a deal to me.
I used it in Gambit and it's amazing.
How the hell would you use it in Gambit?
Okay.
Explain this to the hunter.
I've always managed to like either I'm not saying I sit home and like think of all these really crazy things, but I'll watch a lot of people come up with crazy things, and sometimes I take a couple of crazy things that I see crazy people doing, and I combine the two crazies.
Okay.
So for Gambit, you know how Risk Runner, if you grenade yourself, you get Arc Conductor,
Mm-mm.
infinite ammo, and lightning fucking shooting out everywhere. So I did that with a Striker Titan and One-Eyed Mask. So I have infinite ammo, I take less arc damage, and every ad that shoots me that I set on fire and explode with lightning gives me an overshield and 5% bonus damage.
So you're pretty much just tanking everything.
It's I don't know what's going on because it's just lightning all over my screen, and I see a little red X pop up every once. I'm like, shoot the X, and I've got like 90 some kills at the end of the game.
Oh my god. That's like me and Night Stalker, because whenever I play Gambit, I always go Night Stalker unless I'm the Invader, and that's,
The
Blades.
team appreciation.
Yeah. And it's just like, I know exactly on every single map, on every single location where to shoot the tether to get the maximum amount, and it's like tethers for days. It's like, I can get 3 or 4 tethers off in one section alone before we move on to the next one with my Orpheus rigs. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Disgusting. This is disgusting.
I'll interject on this conversation and say I play Warlock.
We know.
So I have a joke about Warlocks real quick.
Do it.
Go for it. This will be our curtain call.
You know what Warlocks had self-res in D1, right?
I believe I actually read this on your page. But go ahead.
Because not even their ghosts thought they were worth resurrecting. And the reason you don't have self-res in D2 is because even the Traveler is trying to kill you off.
Fair enough.
Just fuck Warlocks. Just fuck them.
I'm not disagreeing at all.
See?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with
Yeah,
that
no.
sense of it.
Yeah, no time to agree with anything because they keep thinking for themselves. But whatever.
I'm not sure what we accomplished, but we did something.
Wow.
This is fine.
So.
Where can
Yeah,
the
where can I
people
find you?
who don't know tell the people where
Yeah,
they
you
can
can-
find you?
What we're saying is get the fuck off our stage.
I'm sorry. No, so you can find me on
The
Twitter.
show has been hijacked.
Yeah, no, that always happens.
This is fine. I love it.
You can find me on Twitter at ISA_KOLE. If you see somebody that has a little over 3,000 followers, that's me. And then I have at Bad Destiny Joke, which is the secondary account, and that's where all the jokes come from because I had to separate it. There was just too much going on. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. Yay.
Brian,
I am at
go.
On Air PC1 on Twitter. That's it.
If
That's
okay, so all right, so we're really gonna talk about this. If you guys don't know this, Ryan actually runs a computer build company. He's helped out some people who you've probably seen if you watch Destiny. And beyond being able to build the motherfuckers, he can actually, like, if you have trouble with it, you can call him and he can tell you how to fix the motherfucker yourself.
Just
Your
get
fucking shit.
Get a bigger hammer.
Yes, that's why I'm married a nerd, because if I ever have an issue, I just go to my husband.
That's what
He
my
fixes
wife
it.
says.
Yeah, see? We're smart.
My wife does not say this. But
Rick,
yeah.
Rick, where are you at out there on the internets?
You can find me at man_@_arms21112 on Twitter, which will bring you to the YouTubes and all these things. I'll make something on YouTube eventually. It's coming. I'm not sure when, but it's coming. I have a lot of projects I'm trying to do for friends, and I have to get something out for me to use them because it's been like 3 weeks or something. But we're starting to get caught up. January is kind of a weird month for a lot of guys and gals that make content. It's holidays and taxes,
Family and
Yep.
yeah.
snow,
The fuck do you know about snow?
nothing at this point.
It's the same color as your shirt. That's
I'm like, I kind of like, it's been 30 degrees here in Florida. Look at all this like blistering I have from the
Oh
driving.
my god. It's colder here in Texas.
again Ohio, -7 for the high tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I lived in Michigan for a while, so I don't know.
Do you even go outside when it's -7 and just say fuck it and stare at the
Yeah, I
sky
have
away?
to because I have to take care of the horses.
Couldn't you just like give them like a big pile of food in the car? Don't answer that. That's a horrible topic.
Yeah, no.
That's a whole
All right.
other thing.
On that note, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night.
Yeah, everyone, thank you for listening. Oh, we will be on iTunes eventually.
Oh no, iTunes is
coming.
live. iTunes is live.
We are on iTunes now, apparently. It's
Yep.
amazing.
Yep, iTunes.
But if
Podbean,
you
the
have
whole thing.
any you want us to cover throughout the week, just add us at. You just look at Destiny Unfiltered. It'll come up on Twitter at some point. If not, just troll me. It'll pop up. But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening to the mellow sounds of our voices. Thank you, Miss Kole, for coming in, dropping the F-bomb like a motherfucker. I'm glad. Not me.
Yeah, no, I do it all the time in Crucible. You should come play with me sometime. It's a lot of fun.
Xbox.
Nope. You listen to me.
Can't play PlayStation. Man hands.
That sounds like a you problem.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna hit stop streaming.
Everyone good night.